No, he needs our help. He just wanted the glory of taking you into his alpha. Mike isn't my alpha, trust me. Robbie groans before doubling over again. What's happening? The order was to bring you in, not help you stay free. I'm pretty sure taking out high-level lieutenants was against orders, and this would be the punishment. It's pretty par for the course with Mike. Everything comes with a level of torture attached, since he can't actually fight for himself. Go with your alpha, I'll be okay. But go. I'll be around to annoy you more, don't worry. Robbie? I look him in the eyes, and I don't know what I see, but it's the same wistful look he gave me after he helped Gina and I escape the compound. Woman, if you stay here any longer, I am going to get injured more. Go with your alpha and do whatever superhero shot you need to do to stop this. I roll my eyes and stand. Dakota is right behind me, an arm around my waist the moment I am upright. Mine, he growls in my ear. What? We are in the middle of a battle, and this is where he chooses to have a pissing match. I know what I feel, and they have all but said it, but we don't know if we are mates, and claiming that I am his to someone who hasn't once tried anything with me, other than being my friend, set me off. It's the fuel I need to flame up, though, and I waste no time stepping out of his hold and making a circle around the three of us. I don't know if either of them can withstand the flame, but I don't really care. This mate shut is pissing me off. It's making me moody and unfocused. I feel like a toy that is being shared, and we don't have time for this when our pack needs us to fucking focus. Biddy, you're giving me heartburn. What the hell is going on? Dakota's letting his jealousy show, and it isn't super attractive right now. Bullshit! That same asshole that dropped off Gentry just bounded out of nowhere. He's playing the victim to get close to Sky. Now who's spouting bullshit? You don't know him. Robbie didn't bound out of nowhere. He saved my ass from 3 wolves while you were handling yours. Him? That guy basically threw himself at you that day, too. It's not any more attractive on you, Cameron. Funny enough, he told me to go with my alpha after pulling a wolf off of me and sustaining an injury. Dakota, no more of that mind shit either. Why not? You are ours. When are you going to get that through your thick head? Dakota, I'm going to beat your ass if you piss her off anymore, but I may not have to. Have you shot him with a fireball yet, Biddy? It's currently at the top of my list, but I'm going to leave him here with Robbie in the middle of the fire circle and see if he can fight his way out. I chuckle darkly, stepping out of the ring and heading back into the fight. I don't get far when he grabs me around the waist from behind. You will pay for that, Smalls. He growls in my ear and I just laugh again. We'll see. We head into the latest horde of wolves coming in. We are still fighting, and I am still trying not to fatally wound anyone. I stay in my human form this time, though. I am strong enough to take them on like this, which tells me they aren't here to fight me in any real capacity. There she is. I have been waiting for you for so long, my beautiful Skylar. My skin crawls at the sound and I can feel myself stop breathing, but I can't control the function either. Biddy, talk to us. What's going on? I don't move. I don't blink. Nothing. We are going to need you guys here now. I think we found Mike. I can feel their heartbeats change pace. They are coming for me without even a thought for anyone else, and I can't decide if that is sweet or stupid. There is so much more to deal with, and Mike is here for me. They could be saving rogues and getting help to our warriors while Mike is busy talking to me, because one thing I know is he's going to talk and talk. He should be a cartoon villain with the way he likes to monologue. Did you break her in for me yet? I was really hoping she would be primed and ready when I finally came for her. Mike saunters up, flanked by 2 wolves. Their eyes are red, but they don't look confused or scared. These guys want to be here. They volunteered for this bullshit shit. Dakota moves behind me, wrapping an arm protectively around my waist again, and I let him pull me back to his body. I definitely feel safer and stronger like this. He's smart enough to know not to say anything yet, though. Are you ready to come home, Skylar? I am home, Mike. Leave and take your pack of jackasses with you. Stop harassing our pack. Oh, no. I must have my Luna, and you are the one that I have chosen. My mother has been planning a long time for you. I would hate to disappoint her. She is right. You are perfect. You will be the perfect Luna to sit by my side, to carry my children, and make me the most powerful alpha so I can take my rightful position as the alpha king. Dakota's hands get tighter the more that Mike talks about how he wants to use me, but I can't hear any of it. I start laughing uncontrollably. I have no idea where it is coming from, but with him right in front of me talking about how his mom wants to set us up, I can't help myself. I don't think I would have pegged you for a mama's boy. I keep laughing as Mike's face loses some of its bravado. You really let your mom tell you who you are going to mate with? I figured maybe your dad had some kind of expectations for you. I mean, being second best probably really does suck. I wouldn't know, though. Smalls, what are you doing? I thought that was obvious. I'm pissing him off. That much I gathered. What I don't know is why. I can't wait for this lesson. Lil huffs a laugh. You're all still here? Yes, we are. Big Daddy, don't you think that one is ever going away? The rest of my team laughs, and Dakota squeezes my hip again. Another thing you will pay for, sweetness, Dakota says out loud. What does this one want to punish you for? I may want to keep you alive to watch those. I think I want to know what kind of ways she likes to pay for her sassy behavior. Mike is musing out loud. Gross. And yes, my mother saw you coming. It's why she made her deal with your alpha 18 years ago. It's why we are all here now. She is smart and powerful, and you are destined to be mine. The fuck did he just say? Cam snarls. We are 5 minutes out. Keep stalling, Sky. Dakota, keep your cool, but feel free to insult him. He deserves it, the fucking prick. Gina's ETA is music to my ears. What deal did your mother make? It's not anything we were made aware of when we took over the pack. Dakota's arm tightens around me as he steps to the side of me. Considering she will be one of the next alphas, I can see the appeal to your mother. Once she had Skylar, there would really be no use for you. And you, Mike, are a disappointment. Mike physically bristles at the idea. What are you talking about? I got here all on my own, and she can't be an alpha. She will be my Luna, standing beautifully next to me for all the world to appreciate while I rule. I will agree she is beautiful, but if your only plans are to try and keep her as a Luna, then you are in a world of hurt and so much more stupid than anyone has mentioned. I'm sure your mother figured that out quickly when you lost Skylar and Gina, and from what I understand, you can't sire any heirs anyway, no matter how many girls you molest. This time, Mike does growl. What the fuck is taking so long? Will you just grab her skanky ass and let's go? It can't be that hard. I have to do. Her screechy, loud voice could not have shown up at a more perfect moment. I thought Mike was going to lunge at us. It's not that I'm afraid of him, but at the same time, I want the whole team here to subdue him. I know he isn't the brains behind this, and from what it sounds like, his mom might be even more than his dad. We need her to make this stop. Get your fucking slut so I can have my alphas like you promised. Kaylee walks over and shoves Mike in the shoulder. I have no idea where she came from, but she definitely isn't dressed to traipse in the woods, so that means there is a car nearby. And Mike looks pissed at her blatant lack of respect for him. Dakota, get your arm off of her. You will be of age tomorrow and able to officially claim me as your Luna, and I don't want anyone thinking that they can get your attention to stray from me. He just huffs a laugh at her. What are you talking about? You and Cameron will be 18 tomorrow and will be able to mark me as your Luna. No more stalling or planning or whatever is going on here. She waves a hand around at the wolves still fighting around us like it's a minor inconvenience. You said this would all be done by now. Stop stalling. She looks at Mike. You have no authority. Here, you stupid butch. They aren't even interested in you anymore. Mike makes a gesture with his hand, and 2 more guys join us, dragging Kevin between them. He's breathing, but for once I don't feel bad for a person. He has never done anything but try to cause me harm and pain. What? You promised they would be completely under my control by their 18th birthday. What the f*** did you do wrong? It's like they've forgotten we are here, but I'm afraid to move and gain their attention. I did nothing wrong. Your father, however, is so incompetent that he couldn't even complete a simple spell to maintain your hold over these 2 dimwits. That would make sense, though, coming from this pack. I can feel Dakota tense around me. This time I do move just enough to lace my fingers with his. I'm even afraid to speak over the mind link. I don't want to miss anything they might say about the magic or the pentagram. We're here. You have a full circle. Nathaniel has eyes on the car Kaylee came in. Some of your guys were able to flatten the tires. She isn't going anywhere unless she wants to get dirty. Lil gives me the basics. She knows I need to focus, but knowing we aren't alone helps calm my nerves. Kevin lifts his head up. I did everything you said to do. It took years to make that spell work. He wheezes out. She changed the ingredients or incantation, and it didn't hold the way you said it would. You were never going to give us this pack anyway, were you? He asks, and I can see his brain working. They made a deal to help get me and secure the twins for Kaylee, but Mike had no intention of leaving my pack unharmed, more than likely including them. It was probably easy for him or one of his people to convince them to do the hard work of setting up the spell with the promise of power and the form of the future alphas, knowing he was going to kill everyone anyway. It was a deal easily made. Of course, I changed the ingredients and the spell. I needed them to be mine, but one of you f***ed the whole thing up. When is she going to ever learn to take responsibility? Who am I kidding? That has never been her thing, and it never will be. Who gave you a different spell? I find myself asking. If there is another player, I want to know, but I am also genuinely curious. Adrielle said if I added a couple lines to the spell at each of the plant thingies, then it would be stronger for me. I think this is the first time she has addressed me and not insulted me. But the guys I had do it must have done something wrong. You weren't supposed to be here anyway. If it really was Adrielle that gave her the things to change the pentagram, something else is going on. She didn't want Kaylee to have the twins or something else. Maybe she thought you wouldn't survive the things you went through breaking the spells. Cam muses. It might not have been Adrielle, but someone like Gentry and I that wanted to stop her. Elena? Are you close? Is the fire breaking the spell on these rogues? Of course you are cornered by the enemy and thinking about people who were attacking you not 2 hours ago. Enough of this bullsh. I want my Luna. Hand her over. Mike demands, like Dakota would do anything of the sort. At that moment, Oliver and Cam walk up. I can't see them, but I can smell them both. Cam wraps an arm around my waist, standing on my other side, and Oliver next to him. I can't help but feel like Oliver is too far away, though. Don't worry, Biddy. There's plenty of time to get close. Stop reading my thoughts, Oliver. I try for snark, but I can't help smiling. Not your thoughts, but your emotions. I would definitely like to have you closer, but we have business to attend to first. He turns his attention to Mike. Unlike you, she craves our presence and our touch. He's goading Mike too, but Mike's patience is better than I thought. Kaylee walks over to Cam. She has always sought him out over Dakota. Cameron, honey, please see reason. Mike is going to destroy your pack all for this skank. Just hand her over and everyone will be safe and sound. We can go back to our happy lives. For a brief second, I have a flash of him saying something placating to her, just so she stops causing problems, like he always has when it comes to her or the way his dad dealt with Kevin. She doesn't get 2 steps from Mike, though, when he reaches out to stop her. Stay right where you are. If your alphas want you, they can have you. Your usefulness has run its course for me, but they must give me Skylar in exchange. She winces, and he must have given her wrist an unpleasant squeeze. That's easy enough. Boys, hand her over and we can get back to normal. She goes to move again, but he doesn't let her go. Kevin whimpers to my right. He knows what's coming as much as I do. They won't let me go, and he will die. Skylar, do as you're told by your future Luna. Get over here. She squeals this time. No, I say dryly, and I really want her to understand before she is actually dealt with. First, you are not and have never been my future Luna. I'm really tired of saying that. Second, have you thought this through? Mike wants me as his Luna, so he can be the next Alpha King. Mike's eyes light up at the sound. So if this exchange were to happen the way you want it to, I would be your Luna. You would have even less authority over me than you think you do now. As I see it, though, I'm good here. You can't have them. Not now, not ever. Keep Mike if he will take you, but I doubt you would be good enough. She growls and moves to lunge at me. Quick as lightning, I am shoved back into a hard chest, Cam and Coda in front of me. But the sight of Mike with his fist around Kaylee's neck is what surprises me. You would attack my Luna. How dare you? You got what you asked for. You got your spells and control of your pack. If you were not capable of handling the kind of magic you were given, that fault lands on you. Her eyes are popping out of her head. I can just barely see past their massive shoulders. Kaylee, please, just let it go. We will find you a new mate. A better one. Kevin is pleading from somewhere on the ground near us. Never! I want my alphas. I will be a Luna. She wheezes, holding on to Mike's hand at her throat. He must have her lifted off the ground. She's so delusional. Even with her life being threatened, she can only think about being a Luna. About the title. I told your father you weren't fit to be anyone's Luna. But he didn't listen. You have worn out your usefulness. Neither of you can be trusted to follow orders correctly. You are both so blind and selfish, you made stupid mistakes to your own detriment. Her eyes go wide and she starts to flail, making the pressure on her neck worse. Then I feel the snap of the connection from Kevin. He's gone, just like that. He should have suffered more for his crimes, but he is no longer anyone's problem. Are you sure you don't want to try and save her? She is a pack member after all. What kind of alphas would you be letting an innocent member die at the hands of your enemy? Mike tries to goad the twins. I can see Kaylee looking at us, hoping, depending, that at least one of the twins will jump in to save her. But no one moves. No one says anything. She sealed her fate when she put the whole pack in danger, just to gain a title. Cameron? Dakota? She grunts, holding on tight to Mike's fingers around her throat. You can't let him do this to me. I love you. I'm your Luna. You're supposed to protect me with your lives. You have read far too many romance novels. Dakota says low, all his usual playfulness gone. Him and Cam move back to stand next to me, each grabbing one of my hands. Oliver doesn't move from his position behind me. No one deserves to be treated the way you have treated our pack members. You don't deserve our protection, and you were never going to be our Luna. We have only ever wanted one Luna, and it wasn't you. It was never going to be you. You lost the right to our protection as your alphas, when you put Skylar, your Luna, in danger, when you put the pups in danger, when you went against the moon goddess to benefit yourself. You sealed your fate. The goddess can have you. Cam growls. Her eyes go wider and she is crying for real this time. I don't think Cam has ever directly told her no before. She really thought they would protect her from Mike even after everything that she did. She really is crazy. Have you really done all those things to your pack? You betrayed them before you were instructed by me? Well, we can't have that now. Disloyalty can't be tolerated. If you want to be a Luna, you really need to be better at following instructions from your alpha. Maybe your alphas are right and you should be returned to the moon goddess to start again. Do better next time. Skylar, my gift to you as my Luna. He thrusts Kaylee towards us. She's on her knees in front of us, Mike's hand still firmly around her throat. Her sacrifice will tie you to me. We will take over this pack and become the greatest and most powerful rulers anyone has ever seen. Her life is yours to take. He is legit crazy. I won't kill her, not for you or anyone else. She deserves to suffer, but I won't take her life. I won't stoop to her level. She's not worth it. I will never be tied to you. You are ridiculous for thinking like that. I will never be your Luna. You will never have a Luna. You really should be more appreciative of the gifts that I give to you. No Luna should look down on her alpha's generosity. You will need to be taught better. My mother will see to that. But for now, I will show you what you mean to me. This lowly pack member harmed you, laid hands on you, so I will do what no one else was willing to do for you. Too fast for me to even think of trying to stop him. Mike snapped her neck. I felt the bond break, and he let her body fall unceremoniously to the ground in front of us. I am speechless and just lean into Oliver more, his arms tightening around me. Cam and Coda lace their fingers with mine and squeeze. They are all here for me. I hate that a life was taken, but I can't bring myself to feel bad for her either. She brought this on herself, and she didn't deserve to be saved either. I will need a long talk with Ava and Luna Ann after this. Mike studies Kaylee's body for a moment and then looks at me. I really should have saved her. What a shame. She really did have some talents that I should have had her teach you, my Skylar. Today has been very exciting. I could have warmed up with her. But it doesn't matter. I will have you, my Skylar. Mike's tone goes from conversational to menacing in a matter of words. Then he lunges. All hell breaks loose. Mike doesn't get past the twins, and Oliver shoves me to the side, but other wolves are closing in fast. We have some time where we are surrounded. A few wolves try to grab at me with their jaws, but they must have some kind of order to not hurt me because they can't actually clamp their jaws down. I use their limited movements to my advantage and kick one square under the jaw, hearing a crack and watching his head fly back as his body follows in almost a slow motion. I have no idea if I killed him or if he is just knocked out, but he is down and doesn't get any more thought from me as I move on to the next guy. My whole team has swarmed Mike's guys. A group has hung back as backup in case he has more waiting somewhere we haven't seen, but I just don't think he was smart enough to do that. He sent his waves of wolves to weaken us, but he didn't expect us to last as long as we have. I feel a sharp pain in my side that makes me stumble, but when I look around, no one is near me. Oh, shit. It's one of the guys, my guys. I am searching frantically in the melee for all three of them. It is a gigantic pain in the ass to try and keep track of all three of you. You know that? Who's hurt? I try to keep my voice light, but inside I am panicking. That was not a small injury. I took a bite to the side. I'm okay, Smalls, and trust me, we feel the same about you, and there's only one of you. Dakota tries to hide his groan. Can you imagine 3 little bits? With your genetics, you better hope you only have boys, 'cause if any of you produce girls, it will be a brood, and we are all fucked. Sam has jumped on the running commentary my team keeps up with amazing brilliance. Everyone laughs through the mind link. Seriously, how do you do that? Focusing on everyone and Gina is starting to hurt my brain, and you all are making jokes, and I really don't want to think about my little sister having kids right now. Fuckers. She's 16. Keeping her alive is hard enough as it is. You do realize how many times people have tried to kill me, right? I swipe at another wolf just as another pain shoots through me. Dakota! This time I know it's him. I can feel it. Feel him specifically. I don't think he can hide it from me. I'm frantically searching for him. I'm going to need some help. Mike fights dirty. I should have figured, but he has something in his hand. It's laced, and I can't move anymore. I started looking for Mike. If Dakota's on the ground, I won't be able to see him from here. My wolf finds her pull toward him, and I follow her lead. We shift and barrel through dozens of pairs fighting viciously, but I don't care. I have to get to Dakota. I see my big, funny, sweet twin in a heap on the ground surrounded by 3 wolves. Mike is looking around using Dakota as bait for me. He really is stupid. He's just going to stand there with 2 henchmen waiting to sedate me. He doesn't know what I would do for a pack member or team member, let alone one of my mates. This fucker is going to suffer, and Gina and I will see to it that it's long and painful. Let's go, Biddy! I feel Oliver and Cameron running up close to me. We all take off. I lunge for Mike as my guys take out the other 2. He tries desperately to stab me with whatever he has in his hands. Robbie was right. He really can't fight for himself. He relies too heavily on others or magic to help him out. Those should all be extensions of your strength, not the basis of strength. My wolf is uber pissed he tried to take out one of our mates, and now he thinks he can take us by force again. Yep, she has already claimed them, all 3 of them. I am so screwed. She clamps her jaw over and over, snapping at Mike's arm, trying to make him drop the syringe he's holding. Mike's eyes are wild with fear. He never saw me or any other female as being equal or capable of fighting a male. We are breeders and ornaments to him. His underestimation is my absolute advantage, and my wolf is here for the ultimate demonstration of our strength and skill. We grapple and fight. He finally drops the syringe, my wolf biting every inch of him to cause him a slow bleed. He will not die quickly. He doesn't deserve it. I don't know how long I have been fighting for, but Mike's will to live is pretty high. I finally got him on the ground, and then I shifted. My wolf is letting my human form get a few hits in as well. We both deserve to have a hand in his torture. Someone grabs me around the waist and pulls me off of Mike. I keep fighting. I want him to feel all the pain I felt, Gina felt, and all the other girls he took advantage of felt. Tiny, stop. Please, love. Dakota needs you. That caught my attention immediately, and I stopped moving in Cam's arms. Cam doesn't set me down, though. He pulls my legs up into a bridal carry and holds me close. I wrap my arms around his neck. He's afraid for his brother and doing his best to hold it in, but he can't hide it from me, and he doesn't try. We don't walk far when he stops and sets me down. I can see a huge gash on Dakota's side. It looks like a wolf bit him, but also something else was used to stab him. The wound goes from his hip bone to the bottom of his rib cage, and it looks like they can't stop the bleeding. Elena and Gentry are both here doing what they can to help him. Oliver is sitting behind him, propping him up in a reclined seated position so he can drink whatever potion they are giving him. Dakota, I breathe out, tears starting. Hey, sweetness, come here. He gives a little jerk of his head, and I walk closer. If I'm dying today, I want one of those hot as fuck kisses you gave Oliver. I let out a teary laugh. Of course, that's what you're thinking of as you lay here mortally wounded. I move closer to sit next to him, but he's not having it. He weakly wraps an arm around me and winces as he pulls me to straddle his lap. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for anyone to get hurt. He grabs my waist and pulls me closer. I lean in, intending to give him a small kiss on the lips. There are so many people here watching. I really don't want an audience for this, but I won't wait either. I can't risk losing him without telling him how I feel. Once our lips touch, it's just like with Oliver. I don't feel any of the things that Sierra talked about, but it does feel right and calming, like we are one person that has been split apart and finally came back together. It's peaceful. He pulls me even closer so there is no space left. I grab both sides of his face, leaning into the kiss. He doesn't press for more than our lips touching, though. It is sweet and simple, but I don't want to break away. Just as I have that thought, though, someone gasps. What? I pull back alarmed, and Dakota groans. He's healing. How is he healing? Lil asks, staring at Dakota's side. I lean back to see he's still bleeding, but the wound now looks days old, not minutes. You are his mate, little one. You can heal him. This is proof. It's the only explanation. It would work faster and more effectively if you marked him, though. Gentry says matter-of-factly. How, though? I can't feel any of that stuff with the warrior brand in place, and I'm too young, aren't I? If I tried to mark him now, would it even work? I'm hopeful and panicky at the same time. We can take your brand. That is how yours was designed. I think your magic is powerful enough to override the age demand from your goddess. I look at Dakota, then Oliver behind him, and over to Cam, who has kneeled down next to us. Do I want to be mated right now? I always thought 18 was too young to mate, but now that I have mine, and it's just as unconventional as everything else that's happened in my life, do I want to wait? Dakota raises a hand to tuck a stray lock of hair behind my ear. No pressure, Smalls. I could just keep kissing you to heal until you're ready. That would not be a bad thing either. You know you're ours now. That at least sunk in. He tries for a laugh, but groans in pain again. Elena places a hand on my shoulder. You only have to mark him, and probably the other two as well. She winks at me, actually winks. The rest you four can figure out later. She must have read the panic in my face at the thought of fully mating with them. I'm just starting to wrap my head around the idea of being with the three of them. I nod and give Gentry my wrist. There is no question. I need to do everything I can to save Dakota. Her unusually warm hands wrap around my arm above and below the warrior mark. She begins to murmur under her breath, and I can feel my arm heat up, but it's nothing like when I got the brand. The wind picks up around us. My friends and my whole team are here now, making a protective circle around us, but I don't actually know what's happening. The wind is swirling like a tornado, kicking up dirt and leaves and whatever else is on the blood-stained ground, but nothing touches us. I keep shifting my focus to my three mates. 3. I am in so much trouble. All of a sudden, I get an urge in my stomach, and my breathing picks up. I don't know what is going on, but I am not nearly close enough to the three of them. I reach to the side and grab Cameron's arm at the wrist and over Dakota's shoulder for Oliver's bicep. I look right into Dakota's eyes and then kiss him again. This time it is deep and frantic. He wraps an arm around my back and combs the other hand into my hair. His tongue glides across my lips, searching for permission to enter. I have no idea what I am doing, but I'm not nervous, surprisingly. My wolf is in my head, pushing to take over. She wants her mates like I have been denying her on purpose. I remind her that we are still 16, and this shouldn't even be possible to feel right now, so she can relax the attitude and claim her first mate. I pull back, looking into Dakota's eyes again, feeling my canines extend in my mouth. My whole body is on autopilot. He tilts his head for me, giving me permission with a heated look in his eyes. I leaned down to gently mark him, but my wolf had other ideas. She surges forward and sinks our teeth into the space where his neck meets his shoulder. Dakota gasps and then moans, both of his hands tightening on my body. I can feel every hard line of his torso against me, like it's all a brand new feeling, which I guess, for me, it is. I also feel every inch of his manhood, and somewhere in the back of my head, I'm panicking again at those possibilities, as it dawns on me that all three of them are naked from shifting. I don't get too deep in those thoughts, though, when I feel a prick at my own neck and a surge of energy passes through me. It feels like both pain and pleasure mixed together, and I don't hate it at all. All of a sudden, I am overwhelmed with the pain Dakota is feeling as if it were my own and my wolf, and I instinctually send healing energy to the wound. He takes a deep breath in like surfacing from water. Then he licks the wound on my neck to seal it. I don't have time to process everything that just happened when I am being pulled into another lap. Cameron's emerald green eyes stare back at me, and they are blown so wide, the ring of green is almost non-existent. Tiny. Love. Please. He can't even form a whole sentence. I grab his face and pull him in for a kiss too, taking in his citrus scent with a deep, audible breath. His hair is shorter in the back than Dakota's, and I can't get a good grip, but it doesn't stop me from grasping the corded muscles at the base of his neck and pulling him into me. I earn a groan at that, and his kiss is a little more urgent than I would have expected from my always-in-control twin. I pull his head sideways and he doesn't resist. His hands dig into my skin as my canines once again find purchase at the neck junction. When I pull back, he looks at me and gives me a tender kiss before moving to my neck. He kisses Dakota's mark, which sends a violent shiver through my whole body, then sinks his own teeth into my neck. I don't get the surge of energy like with Dakota. This time it is a wave of calm. Steady and sure confidence takes over my whole being. I feel like I am coming alive as I commit to them all, like finding pieces of me that have been missing my whole life. Even though we have always been near each other, it's never been complete. I don't get any further in these thoughts when he lifts me and turns me towards Oliver, who seems unsure. I remember his dream, the one where I leave him behind for the twins. I crawl into his lap and wrap my arms around his neck in a hug. I can feel how lost and confused he is. He doesn't know why he is my mate when I also have the twins, but he doesn't want to let me go either. What he doesn't understand or remember is that he and I have been emotionally connected for so much longer. He was always meant to be mine, no matter what he said to the contrary. We have always been closer than any friends should be, or even a Gamma and a Luna should be. It's always been more. I try to say that all with my embrace before pulling back to look into his deep, soulful, chocolate brown eyes. If I had to put a label on it, I fell in love with him years ago. I just didn't know what it was. "Are you sure?" He whispers to me. Even now, he's trying to protect me and do anything to make me happy, even if that means walking away from me. "You don't need me." I don't even let him finish the thought before smashing my lips onto his. He grunts into the kiss, and this is so much more intense with the twins' marks on me. I can feel all the lust and the love circulating, and it is very overwhelming. I don't hesitate to grab his hair and pull Oliver's head to the side and mark him before he says anything else that could be considered stupid. I barely have my teeth retracted when he responds just as aggressively. I got a heady energy from Dakota, calm confidence from Cameron, and now a dominant possessive strength from Oliver. We are both breathing heavily when he lifts up to look at me again. "You can't get rid of any of us now," he says darkly. his voice so deep it sends another shiver straight to my core. All I can do is smile. But before I can say anything, he convulses into me. Oliver, what's happening? I look around to Cam and Coda. He has a tight hold on me, and I can feel him breathing into my neck, but I can't link him, and he isn't responding out loud to any of my questions in his ear. Both twins flank us, each placing a hand on my shoulder as they kneel down close. When they both make contact with his shoulders, the entire world lights up, and I am blinded for a second with a bright prismatic light. All four of us shout in unison, and we can't break our connection. It looks like we are in an opaque bubble. No one else is in here with the four of us. Oliver starts to shake underneath me. What the hell is going on? I squeeze Oliver tighter. It seems to be the only movement I have control over. I tried his nickname for me. Oliver, babe, talk to me, please. What is happening to you? I don't know. He groans out into my neck. It hurts. My whole body hurts. I'm still in his lap, but his legs went from folded underneath me to extended straight out in front of him. I am still straddling his legs, though. I hold myself close to him as I check in with my wolf, and we try to send whatever healing we can to him. I should be able to feel any pain he's in, but I can't feel any pain or weakness or injury, so I am hoping it is a part of the mating process or magic or just something random to do with my weirdness. Now that we have marked each other, we should be able to take some of his pain away, in theory. I think about siphoning it and letting some of the pain filter through me, and by default, Cam and Dakota. We should be able to share this. No, I don't want you to get hurt, Biddy. His gravelly voice sounds distant when he realizes what I am doing, but he doesn't pull back from me. Instead, he actually holds me tighter. You no longer have a choice in that. We are bound together. That is a literal part of the job description. I say into his ear and then lightly kiss the new mark on his neck to emphasize my point. He shivers and tightens his hold on me. Don't do that, Biddy, or we will have other problems none of us are ready to deal with. I huff out a giggle. The light begins to fade and the twins pull back from their touch, but don't move away from us. I sit up to look at Oliver. He sounds okay and has stopped shivering under me, but I want to know that he is all right. We are all breathing heavily like we just ran here. Hey, babe. He breathes and then swipes under my eyes. I didn't even realize that I was crying. Please don't do whatever that was again. That was so scary. I set my forehead on his. His hands rest on my hips. I didn't do anything. Being mated to you is going to be very eventful, though. I'm okay. We're all okay. You look good, Biddy. I mean, you've always looked good, but now you glow. He slides his hands into my hair and pulls me in for a gentle kiss. Then a hand reaches from my left and pulls my face. Beautiful. Now Cam plants a gentle kiss on my lips. Then a hand pulls my chin from my right. Gorgeous. Dakota also gives me a kiss. I move to get off of Oliver and he groans but lets me up. When they all stand up, side by side, I notice Oliver is the same height and they have all filled out just a little bit. They were always huge compared to me, but now their size and build is almost identical, when Oliver was an inch or so shorter than the twins, but wider just this morning. I also don't fail to notice that now they are all wearing shorts. No idea where clothes came from, but after all the mate talk, I can't say that I'm mad about it. It's one less distraction anyway. How does it feel to be alphas now? Cameron asks, looking between Oliver and I. I look down at myself. I don't think I look any different, but I can feel the extra surge of power and the connection to the pack is different, but the same. All the energies are stronger. I can actually tell the difference in each pack member's energy pull in my head. Damn, is this what's running through your heads all the time? Oliver is rubbing his temples. Oh shit! Does that mean we have your magic and can shoot fireballs too? Dakota laughs, looking at his hands. Sam is so screwed. A manic gleam flashes in his eyes. I feel like I am buzzing like a live wire. Stop. Focus. You can think about shooting Sam in the ass with fire when this is over. I shake my head and look at our surroundings for the first time. The tornado is still swirling. It's just the four of us inside now. 4 alphas. Have you ever heard of 4 alphas before? I look at each of them. They all now have the same build, the same black hair. Dakota's is longer on top, Cam's is still military short, and Oliver's is somewhere in between, but the same exact brilliant color of raven black. Their eyes are still their own colors, at least to me. But I can see a swirl in all of their eyes, like blue, green, gold, and silver paint floating on water, but never mixing. It's kind of trippy to look at for too long. I wonder if the rest of our friends will be able to tell the three of them apart now, or if they have changed enough to look like triplets. Oliver's tattoos set him apart from the twins, but we may have to change that too. The tattoos are a definite turn-on. Where did that thought come from? I shake my head, finding I am easily distracted just by looking at them. I don't know if I ever have, but there is a first time for everything, and you seem to be the one the moon goddess chose for firsts. Cameron says with a smile. I've also never heard of mates like this. 2 brothers and a bonus mate. I'm actually still trying to figure out why I'm here, trust me. I thought I was just going to be her gamma. I knew she was going to lead our pack, but this is way more than I expected. You get her, you always have. You understand the magic side of her. Still standing here, you do know that, right? I laugh at their musings. Who knows why the moon goddess decided this, I gesture to the 4 of us, was necessary, but we should expect more bullshot even after we deal with Mike. I can ask Luna Ann if she has heard anything from the moon goddess about all of these firsts. Maybe she can help. I know another first I would like to get to sooner rather than later. Dakota wiggles his eyebrows at me, and mine shoot into my hairline. Knock it off. We have plenty of time later for that. We aren't going to attack her now. We need to deal with Mike and his goons attacking us. Oliver chides him, but I don't miss the wave of want rolling off of all of them. Fuck! I forgot about that guy. He rolls his neck like a petulant child. So how do we get out of the windstorm? I don't know. I thought it would let us out after we all marked Skylar. I mean, Elena said the rest of the mating stuff could come later. What do you think, Sky? Cam looks at me like I would have any idea what the hell is going on. I don't know. You all have marked me. I have returned the favor. I figured that would have stopped this storm. I wonder if this isn't a part of our magic, but Adriel's. Do you think she is a part of this with Mike? I know she was the one who made the prophecy. Could we be in a trap? I turn to look at the wall of dust and debris swirling around us. It's a tube going straight up to a darkening sky. How long have we been in here? I muse out loud. No idea, but obviously long enough. Let's see if you can manipulate the wind at all. Maybe it's a natural protection you didn't know you put up around us. Yep, Oliver gets me, or at least the magic part of me. I raise my hand, but nothing happens. I can't even feel a pull to the wind element. I look at Oliver a little panicked. Wind was the element that was easiest for me. What is happening? I can feel the fear or uncertainty rise up in my chest, and it brings on the warmth that lets me know my fire is right under the surface. Well, that's good, I guess. I still have my raging element. He steps towards me, placing his hand on my shoulders. It's okay, we'll figure this out. Maybe this is why we are still here. You're marked now, so your magic has changed. His words are meant to be pacifying, to help me calm down so I can focus. But the idea that my magic has changed sounds terrible, especially when I just started to get a hang of the things I've been practicing. The magic I have been doing over the last few weeks has been all vicarious through Elena and Gentry. Or more accurately, their magic has been vicarious through me. I have just been the filter, since I have a magic filter or metabolism and can't fight off most spells and incantations, but what am I supposed to do now? How do I get us out of this? Our whole group could be suffering because I can't get us out of a torrential tornado. Okay, Oliver, I take back anything hateful I may have said out of jealousy for you being able to feel her emotions. Is it like this all the time? She's actually just processing what-if questions right now. Wait until she's really worried or angry. Although I wonder if I can feel the same from you two now, or if your emotions filter through her to me. Since she is our link. Cam and Oliver continue to muse about the nuances of our connection, while I stand here in the middle trying to find a way to get us out of here. My flame is licking at my insides at their lack of urgency at the situation. Hey, sweetness. Breathe, okay? I think you might be approaching this from the wrong angle. Dakota wraps his arms around my waist from behind and rests his chin on the top of my head. What do you mean? We have to get out of here, and I can't make the magic work. I close my eyes and take a deep breath in spite of myself. Oliver said that now you are marked. Your magic probably changed, and you said you can't touch the wind with your magic. But I can hear it singing. It's a protection. But how would I know that? You can hear it? Yeah, it kind of sounds like the pups when they are giggling at the training grounds, but also like a melody, but I don't know the song. What if you had to hold on to all of the magic to get us here, but you weren't meant to hold all of it forever, just until you were ready for all of us, or more likely, we were ready and worthy of being mated to you? Can you feel the wind? I don't actually know if, but I am kind of interested in finding out. Will you help me? He walks us forward and raises his arm in front of us and extends his fingers so his palm is facing the edge of the tornado. He tightens his grip on my waist as I raise my hand and place it on the back of his, lacing my fingers with his. I can feel the hum of the wind now through his hand. It's so cool to be on this side of it. I close my eyes and lean back into him. This is real magic, being able to share this part of me with him, with all of them. I can feel the wind playing like he said, but it's not ready to subside yet. I never thought about the elements having emotions, but if I had to place an emotion or personality on the wind, I would match it with Dakota. Playful and warm on a good day, lightly caressing the skin, but harsh and erratic when angered. My eyes fly open. What is it, Tiny? What did you figure out? Cam walks closer, although I don't know how we have any space to move around at all. The circle the tornado made around us can't be more than 6 feet across, and my guys aren't exactly compact. Let me have your hand. I don't release the hold I have on Coda's outstretched fingers, while I take Cam's hand in my other hand and the sensation intensifies, but it is still just the wind element that I can feel. The wind seems to have attached itself to Dakota, but I can feel it too, and it intensifies when I have contact with you. I wonder if I adjusted to you, if I would also be able to feel the wind? I think out loud. There's only one way to find out. He opens his arms and laughs at Dakota's protests for my moving away. I reposition myself in his arms, the same way I was with Dakota, but neither of us feel the wind at all. I can still faintly hear it, though. I close my eyes and just feel around to see what comes up. Maybe I shared a small part of an element with each of them. Dakota got wind. What did I give to Cameron and Oliver? I lean into the comfort of Cam's arms and lace the fingers of my right hand with his. Where Oliver has always seen me and been able to read me, Cam has always been constant. He's a steady and calm leader moving forward, but bringing everyone along with him. Then it hits me, literally hits me in the center of the chest, and I fall back into his chest. Whoa, you all right, love? Yeah. Do you feel that, though? It's like a pulse. He takes a deep breath, and when he lets it out, I smile as it blows stray strands of hair around my face. Wow, is it like this all the time? What do you feel? I can feel something flowing up into one of my feet and through my body and back down through the other foot, but it is like a pulse, like a circuit with a pulse, but it isn't energy or electricity, it's more fluid. Does that even make sense? Yeah, try pulling up on, I have an idea. He does, and I can feel the swirls of cool and hot in my arm. The fire that seems to want to live in my skin is being caressed by the cool water swirling from him. I lift our arms together and take aim. Ah! What the hell? Ah! Ah! I am so glad you didn't tell me what you were doing. There's no way he wouldn't have known. Cam is still holding me, laughing his ass off, along with Oliver and I, while we stare at a very drenched Dakota. I can't help the thought, encouraged by my wolf, that I really like a waterlogged, shirtless Dakota very, very much. Where did water even come from? We aren't near a lake or stream or anything. He shakes his hair out like a GQ model and tries and fails to look irritated. We were able to pull it up from the ground, but I have to admit it is a good look on you. I wink at Dakota, and his eyes go from his blue with hazel swirls to almost black in an instant. Cam's intake of breath and Dakota and Oliver's quick movement to me let me know I am in big trouble, but I don't think it's the bad kind. Dakota scoops me up by my butt and wraps my legs around his waist, then smashes his lips to mine, and I can feel my entire body heat up, and I don't think it's the fire magic. All three of them growl in surround sound, and then Dakota pulls away enough to look in my eyes. Keeping my hands to myself is becoming more and more difficult, and it's only been, an hour or so since we marked you. How in the hell are we supposed to get anything done? You told me I looked good after you tried to drown me. I should be angry or irritated at the least. But all I want to do is take you up to our room, and you are so not ready for that. He rests his forehead to mine and takes a deep breath. How do you wind me up in 1 second and have the power to calm me down in the next? I give him a small kiss. Let's be honest, it wouldn't be me if it wasn't complicated. I kiss him again, and he lets me slide down his body. He makes sure that I can feel the state I left him in, though, and I just roll my eyes and look at Oliver. Dakota is wind, Cam is water. You must be earth, then. He still looks unsure, but I don't know what he would be unsure of. I marked him and let him mark me. He's a part of me, of this, of us now. I don't know if I will ever get past this one insecurity that he has. Unlike the twins, I face him and slide my palms over the backs of his hands. I keep eye contact with him as I lace our fingers together. I could feel the deep, bass-like rumble the minute our skin made contact. We don't have to say anything or even think about it. The dirt around us starts to crack and swirl around our feet. He gives me one of his rare, blinding, full smiles, and I'm pretty sure my heart stopped, and by the wink he gives me, he knows what that does to me. That should not be hot, but it so is, Dakota groans, and it does not help that now I can feel both of their feelings for you. He points an accusing finger at Cam and Oliver. I'm going to have a permanent hard-on. I start laughing. It's not that bad, is it? Are you kidding? Every time you say something smart, which is all the fucking time, this one lights up. He points to Cam. But I was, at best, able to ignore it. Now there's no hope. And then you go and fight someone? Anyone, even the pups. He gets excited and starts fidgeting around so no one notices the tent he's pitching. And to top it all off, you get a rise out of me every time you just say my damn name. Dakota, seriously? He's just being dramatic. See? He basically yells and points down at himself, and I laugh. That's all I can do. I thought you said you liked it when I say your whole name. I feel bad if it makes him uncomfortable. I'll have to watch it. I actually like calling him by his full first name when everyone else uses the nickname. It feels special, but I won't if he was kidding. Oh, he does like it, Biddy. The problem is, he likes it too much. Oliver laughs in my ear, then kisses me on the neck. My whole body shivers at the contact, and he laughs again. Well, I don't regret marking all of you, and I can't take it back, so deal. I stick my tongue out at him. I'll give you something to do with that tongue once we figure out how to get out of here. The comment came from Cam this time, and now I know we are getting into dangerous territory if his will is starting to crack and he's making innuendos. I shake out my head and step back. Can you all feel your element? My guess is we have to use them independently to get rid of this thing. We will probably have to figure out how to combine them too, to deal with Adriel and the Rogue King. Then we need to decide what to do with Mike and the rest of his goons. I feel like our to-do list doesn't get any shorter, even with all of the things we keep checking off. We try for what seems like forever to get our elements to work. The positive side is that the twins now no longer need help to manipulate theirs. The downside is we have no idea what to do with them or what else we are missing, and the tornado still isn't coming down. We have all tried firing at it individually and in every combination that there could possibly be. We can't link anyone outside of it still, and I am getting more and more anxious that something bad is happening and Gentry and Elena are keeping us in here on purpose. What if it isn't the magic? What if it's something else we need to do? Cam muses. I mean, we have tried everything that any of us can think of as far as combinations, and blasting our way out does not seem to be the answer. And I am not walking toward that thing after it flung Coda on his ass. Although that memory will live rent-free in my memory forever. I sit on the ground looking up at the tornado. I can see the opening above us. The sky looks exactly as it did when we were first surrounded, so time has either stood still or it's an illusion. Oh, shit! I jumped up. It's not real, I squeal. What do you mean not real? How is this tornado that I can feel not real? Dakota laughs half-heartedly. Part of learning about magic is being able to see it in action, especially with glamours. You have to be able to see past the magic, the glamour, the illusion, to see what's really there or not there. If that's the deal, we have to all be able to see past this tunnel. Okay, let's say I believe you, because I really do, but I also don't have any idea what that means. I don't think I expected to be a part of your magic. Just that you would be a badass and better than all of us, and I would live happily in your shadow. Dakota sits down and leans his back against my legs, which is probably a funny sight since his head still reaches my waist like this. I absently run my fingers through his hair while I'm still thinking. I can still feel the hum of the wind when I make contact with him. It's trying to tell me something, but the message is garbled. Then a wave of envy washes over me and is gone almost as quickly as Cam sits on my other side, mirroring Dakota. I giggle as I start to run my fingers through his hair too. The short stubble feels good under my nails. I look down in front of me, a space clearly left, but not occupied yet. I look for Oliver, and he's watching us with a curious expression. I still don't know how this works. You have 2 hands and 2 alphas, and... Stop talking and get over here. There is clearly a space that needs to be filled. I clearly need you. Cameron and Dakota clearly need you. You are the missing piece. You were the first to connect to me. You were the go-between when everything was going down with Kaylee. You managed to get them to pull their heads out of their asses. I pat the twins on the head. You connected with the magic long before I did. And I think your doubt right now is what is keeping us in this fucking hole. I say as sternly as I can, but I can't hold it looking at him and his concerned puppy dog eyes. That is a look Dakota usually gives, and I can't help but ease his mind with a smile on my face. I need all my alphas. Are you going to leave me hanging here, missing one? I try for my own pouty face as I tilt my head to the side. We are so fucked, aren't we? He grumbles, walking over to me and sitting in between my feet, leaning back on my thighs. If she does this, she could ask me to sit naked shaking a hornet's nest, and I would do it without question. Dakota purrs, and I giggle at his ridiculousness. I stand there alternating playing with all of their hair as they all relax into me. It's funny, even with all of their weight, I don't feel unstable. My muscles aren't fatiguing at all, and their dead weight is not light at all. How do I help them see through this illusion? Oliver won't be a problem. He just doubts his place. Hell, I denied mine for a long time, even when people flat out told me what was going to happen, or at least their version of it. I don't think anyone thought that we would have 4 alphas, that I would be equal to the twins, that it was even possible for Oliver to ascend his rank. Then I see the ripple. It's small and short-lived, but it's there. We are getting somewhere. Hey, Smalls. I like the hair pulling, but can you tell me what you are excited about? I can hear Dakota's laugh in his words. I saw the illusion ripple. We are getting somewhere. I just don't know what we did to make that happen. I am talking fast now, but I can't move or do anything with all of them leaning on me like this. Oliver laughs and I can tell he's holding something back. What? What have you figured out now? I'm actually kind of jealous that you see things so much faster than me. I think that's the point, though. You finally saw the ripple when the 3 of us literally sat on you and made you stay still. He starts laughing again. It's not always on you to fix things, and if we are truly equal, then you have to let us help you. Let us in on your thoughts. This is our pack now, not just Cam and Koda's. All 4 of us carry the same weight. It's already been a lot, and we are just getting started. The answer to every problem is, how are we going to fix it? If I have to believe that I belong here as much as the rest of you, then you have to believe you aren't alone anymore, and Cam and Koda have to believe they are enough. Both twins gasp and turn to look at him. Don't act surprised. Biddy's right, we are here, 'cause we aren't done hashing shot out. She's still stuck in her own world. I am still in my gamma mindset, and the 2 of you are wondering why you needed 2 more people as alphas to run this pack. Well, I don't know if you noticed, but our mate is so special and rare that she's a magnet for the worst kinds of trouble. There was no way only 1 or 2 mates were going to survive the never-ending torrent of bullshit coming our way, and she's so much more than a Luna. I'm actually glad there are 3 of us. Cam starts, and I have no idea where he's going with this. I would feel inadequate next to her if it was just me or me and Coda. At least with the three of us, she lives on a pedestal and we can be compared more equally. The tube shimmers some more. Oh yes, I totally saw that. Dakota goes to move and I grip his hair to keep him in place. Our insecurities are still there, not quite resolved. We kept talking, letting out all our doubts. Many I didn't realize any of these guys carried around and we would be readdressing later. As the funnel dies down, we can see the surrounding area. It's very dark. If we didn't have our wolf sight, we wouldn't be able to see our hands in front of our faces. I wonder where everyone is. Dakota whispers. I wonder if everyone is okay. Oliver adds. I hope Mike is strung up in a cell. Cam grumbles. I want to know how long we were really in there. Dakota goes to move, but I stop him again. Wait, we don't know what happened. We can't just blindly walk around. There could be traps or guards that aren't friendly if things didn't go our way. What are you thinking, Tiny? It's obviously been long enough that there isn't someone standing watch. I'm actually hoping that's a good thing. You're thinking that if our side's somehow lost, they would have put a guard here. Cam's following my train of thought. Yes, but there are plenty of places around here to hide out too, so we can't be too comfortable either. You'd think one of your team would be here too. They are more protective of you than we are. Oliver smiles at me. I know my team, and they wouldn't leave us without some kind of protection or overwatch. Nathaniel knows we're out, but the question is, do we sit here and wait or head towards the pack house? We don't know what's happened or what could still be going on. If we leave this spot, will we be putting others in danger? Can you still link them now that your warrior link is gone and you are marked? Dakota asks. I don't know. I didn't even think to try. I take a deep breath and feel for that link in my head. I can feel Gina, but that might be because she's mated to my brother and a part of my pack now. I search deeper for Lil, Nathaniel, and Wyatt. I'm nervous as I search for them and almost give up, but then I get it. A spark, that little light that lets me know Lil is there trying to push through. I reach for it in my mind and tug. Oh, shut, Midge! Where the fuck have you four been? We didn't go anywhere. We got locked in that tornado thing, and it took us a little bit to get out. No, your windstorm took off with you like Dorothy. You've been gone for weeks. Lil says we've been gone for weeks. A chorus of expletives come from all my guys. Where are you guys? Is it safe for us to head to you? Yeah, we're good. Lots to tell you. We're all at the pack house. Everyone's going to be so excited to see you. We're on our way. I take off, not even looking back at the guys, knowing they will follow without question. I shift and we run fast through the woods. Everything seems brighter. All the colors are enhanced now. The smells are sharper. Wow, I can smell each rabbit and squirrel differently. Coda laughs in my head. Don't get distracted. You can make friends with the tiny fluff balls later. Oliver laughs at him. I was actually thinking tracking is going to be so much more precise. I'll have to test it with the pups when they get back. They will never win at hide and seek again, even with all of the tricks Smalls teaches them. We all laugh. Of course you're thinking about how to beat children at a game. Cam digs at him too. Hey, don't knock it. They are ruthless. I can see the pack house. I don't know why that makes me emotional, but even in my wolf form, I can feel the moisture build behind my eyes. We are finally running down our street and up to the front lawn of the pack house. I shift without thinking twice. I have never been so excited to see a building before. I turn to look at my guys and notice they are all still in wolf form. They are all exactly the same size, but now they all have a black triangular patch on their chest that is the same color as my wolf. What's up, guys? Shift. Let's go inside and figure out what's happening. Biddy, we haven't learned the shift with clothes on thing, and none of us is in a position to be in our human form naked in front of you. Wah! I mean, unless you want us to drag you upstairs and finish this. Dakota adds in a sultry voice I don't think I've ever heard him use before. I just want the options out there. You're an idiot. Love, will you go get us shorts, please? I laugh. They are going to keep me on my toes, that's for sure. I'll be right back. I don't have to go far. We keep extra clothes all over the place for quick changes like this. Once they have shifted and are properly covered, we walk to the backyard where all of our friends are sitting around the fire. Once Sierra catches sight of us, it's pandemonium. Everyone jumps up, giving us hugs and back slaps. Lots of conversations that I can't quite follow are going on. We finally walk over to join them at the fire so we can all actually catch up. So what actually happened? 1 minute you were all marking each other, which was so hot, by the way. Sierra fans herself. Then you were surrounded by that swirl of wind, and we were all kind of thrown back on our asses, and it disappeared with you in it. We didn't move, or at least I don't think we moved. Cam says, sitting down on a long bench and pulling me onto his lap, I will probably never sit in my own chair ever again. Yeah, nothing changed for us. We were just trapped in the funnel. Dakota adds, sitting next to us. We had a few things to figure out before the magic that was trapping us would let us go. How long were we actually in there? Lil said weeks. How many exactly? And what's been going on since we went in? Oliver asks, sitting on my other side. Shorty's birthday is in 3 days. Mateo looks at all of us. I gasp and look at my guys. We've been in there for almost a month. What the hell? It felt like hours to us. That's crazy. That explains why I'm starving now. Dakota laughs at me, then stands. You want anything, sweetness? He asks, grazing my cheek with the back of his knuckles. Yes, please. That's so weird to watch. I look over to Nathaniel. My confusion is probably clear on my face. You're letting someone do something for you and not fighting them. It's just weird. All of our friends laugh, and I join in. He's not wrong. I like it when you blush, Biddy. Oliver whispers in my ear and grabs my hand. We'll have to find other ways to make her blush. Cam mutters back, and I just shake my head. When Dakota comes back, he has a tray of food for all 4 of us. We dig in while the others tell us about what's been happening since we disappeared. And we tried to explain what was happening in the inside of the tunnel. But how do you explain insecurities to all of the people who are supposed to follow you? They brought Mike back and put him in one of the cells in the basement. Gina made sure that they pulled out all forms of comfort and shackled him to the wall by his arms and legs. Gentry has been in charge of his food, making sure he gets the same blend of herbs that was given to us. All of the guys have been taking turns going in to beat him each day. After some serious arguing, Mateo let Gina go in with him to deliver her own brand of torture to him. I don't think my brother was ready for what she did, based on the look on his face when she relived it for us. Mike will not sit properly for a very long time, but he's still alive for now. I feel like that is a ticking time bomb, and we are asking for trouble, but they want to see if they can get any other information out of him using his own tactics. Gentry and Elena have been trying different things for the fire. Some of the protections around it have been brought down, but whoever set this up didn't trust anyone and gave it more protections than necessary. They must have known that Kaylee and Kevin couldn't be trusted or might mess up the setup. As I sit here, listening to my friends, I find my focus going to the fire over and over again. I can't help thinking now that I have my primary element in fire. I wonder if I could touch it without getting burned. What if the solution is just that simple? All I have to do is reach in and pull out the source of the fire. I'm pulled from my thoughts, though, when Sam speaks up. All right, now that we have all the formal what's been happening conversations, is anyone going to mention the fact that the guys went in as twins and a gamma and came out triplets? He's looking around at everyone, and I can tell he's been holding that in for a while. I mean, that is crazy, right? Even their eyes match. Even Littlebit's eyes are the same. Somehow you got skipped over on the physical enhancements, though. You are still the smallest person I have ever seen. But damn, guys, I can only tell Oliver apart because he has tattoos. That is trippy, and you all give off the same aura. Littlebits is stronger. That's probably the only not surprising thing about all of this. He laughs at his own joke after all his rambling. Well, now we have to get matching tattoos so we can keep throwing people off. Dakota laughs. But what I really want to do is sleep. We didn't get any in that vortex thing, and now I'm starting to feel it. No sleep, huh? Are you sure you're going to get any now? Sam keeps laughing. No, we are not talking about any of that. I can't do it. My brother stands up waving his hands and I can feel my face going even more red. Like we said, it felt like only a couple hours, you duck. Oliver throws a pillow at Sam. Stop making your alpha self-conscious. Oh, damn. There are 4 of you as alphas now. Who's going to be our gamma then? I mean, we don't really have a Luna either, which is who the gamma is for. You know, you make my brain hurt sometimes, Midge. Lil laughs. We'll figure it out. But I'm sure the moon goddess has something planned. But I'm tired too. Let's go, and we can keep hashing this out in the morning with everyone. Cam stands with me in his arms, but for the first time in a really long time, he lets me walk into the pack house on my own 2 legs. We head inside, and I move towards the stairs, and an arm wraps around my waist. Where do you think you're going? Dakota growls in my ear. Upstairs. I point over my shoulder. Not that way, Smalls. This way. He throws me over his shoulder and walks to the back of the staircase, and we meet up with Cam and Oliver at the elevator. I thought you said you weren't ready to go up there. I try to look at them, but Dakota isn't putting me down for anything. We said we were waiting for our mate, or I guess mates. Now it's the only place any of us are going to sleep. But don't worry, Biddy. We just want to sleep tonight. Apparently a lot has happened, and we haven't slept for almost a month. Sleeping is all that is happening tonight. Cam finished Oliver's thought. You are all doing the twin thing now. I grumble, propping my elbow on Dakota's back. Well, I guess it's a triplet thing now. I wonder why you weren't triplets to begin with. You have all always looked very similar. I think one of us needed the gamma instinct, or none of us would have been good enough to keep you close. Cam caresses my face the same way Dakota did earlier. I love the way that they are all touchy-feely, but it's also very overwhelming. I have not had this much physical contact with anyone ever outside of training, even when Gina and I basically lived attached at the hip. I can already feel how attached to them I am. There's no way I could separate from all of them for any length of time. The mate bond is so immediate. I wonder if it works the same for mates who didn't know each other before, like with Gina and Mateo. She resisted him, but I thought that was more due to her experience with Mike, but maybe she was resisting being with a stranger. I have at least known all of these guys my whole life. We make it up to the Alpha Suite, and Dakota lets me down in front of him and turns me around to face the entryway. It's just like I remember. The soft chairs positioned in front of a fireplace and the floor-to-ceiling bookshelves. The fireplace isn't lit this time, but it is just as beautiful as I remember it. Dakota sets me down as we move to the right towards the bedroom and bathroom. You can shower first. I think Mom moved all your things up here before we went into the tornado. If we have been gone a month, I can imagine all of our stuff is up here. She likes to reorganize when she worries. He walks me through the bathroom and opens the massive closet to reveal exactly what he predicted. Women's clothes lined one whole side of the closet and men's clothes lined the other. I knew she liked you more than any of us. Cam laughs. There's 3 of us, and she has us sharing one side of the closet. We can move stuff. I really don't need this much space. I look at him worried. Stop, love. I was kidding. Thanks to your magic and whatever else is going on, we all wear the same size and will probably dress alike, just to mess with people even more. I see a lot of long sleeves in our future until we can match the tattoos Oliver has. He leans down to kiss me on the forehead. Shower and get ready for bed. I'm beat. I jump in to wash off the dirt and grime from whatever day that was. I was actually worried about taking too long, but I couldn't help it. All of the different jets just hit sore muscles I didn't know I had. I will say it was a little nerve-wracking getting in and out, though, since there isn't an actual door on the bathroom. It has a doorway, so it's not completely open, but there is definitely zero room for privacy. I have to keep reminding myself that these guys are my mates. They are going to see me naked eventually, and I can't be timid with 3 extremely hot mates. I wrap myself in a towel and head back into the closet. I grab my own underwear and shorts. There's no need to give them false hopes, but I do grab one of the new t-shirts that's meant for all of them and doesn't have anyone's scent on it yet, and throw that over my head. I have to sneak past the shower with Dakota's very defined butt on display. along with his chiseled back muscles flexing as he rinses off the front of his body. If you stand there staring any longer, I'm going to think you want me to pull you in here. He laughs as I let out a little squeak and run into the other room and straight into Oliver. It's okay to look, Biddy. We're yours to look at, but remember, we can feel your desire now too, even if it is muted. I was wondering about that. Cam comes over from the entryway carrying a tray with glasses and a plate of something. Normally, new mates are attacking each other, especially after they have marked. The mating part is kind of the natural next step. Maybe it's different for us. Well, I guess everything has been different for us, but we technically missed the full moon after marking. Isn't that like an alpha ritual or rite of passage? I ask. Yeah, I forgot about that. Dakota comes in toweling his hair. But we are going to go at your pace. We don't have a reason to rush this, and your desire is muted. I can feel you, but it's like from a distance. There's got to be a reason for that. I know I just ate, but the sandwich Cam made hit the spot as I waited for him to finish his shower. There is no shame in their game, as all three of them sport boxer briefs and nothing else to sleep in. At least the last time we were like this, they all had t-shirts on. Oh boy, you are mine right now. Dakota grabs me. Those two hogged you the last time. That's okay, she'll end up over here eventually. Oliver challenges. No way. Wanna bet? She flops around like a fish. She'll sprawl across Cam for a bit and end up next to me by morning. Same would happen if she started over here. So what you're saying is by letting Cam sleep in the middle, we are both getting screwed. The three of them let out deep laughter, and I can't help but smile at the idea that they are mine, and for right now, no one is trying to take them away. I wake up before everyone, as usual, and try to move as little as possible as I extract myself from all the limbs holding me down. Oliver wasn't wrong, though. I started the night in Dakota's arms and somehow ended up on the other side of Cam, tucked under his arm, while Oliver had my hips pulled back to him with our legs tangled. It's quit the extraction. But for once, none of them wake up when I try to move. I don't know if it's because we have marked each other and I have basically committed to staying in the pack, so their minds are at ease, or if it's because we are up in the Alpha Suite and I technically don't have to leave to do anything. There's a kitchen up here that I know is fully stocked, the fireplace with the reading nook in the entryway, the full massive bathroom and closet, and my guys are all up here. We could hide away for a while and pretend the show isn't still going on outside. And for just a little bit longer, that's exactly what I want. I head to the kitchen to make coffee, and as I head back through the entry, landing, I notice a very familiar book on one of the tables next to the reading chairs. It's the grimoire that Elena gave me, and new pages are marked. I sit in the chair and get comfortable. I love that she doesn't hover, but knows that I need the guidance and the time to just go through things at my own pace and ask questions when I need to. I have no idea how long I've been sitting here and so engrossed in this new spell that I don't hear Cam walk into the room. I jump as he kisses me on the cheek. Oh, damn! You scared the shit out of me. I'll have to remember that you can be completely distracted by a book and your reading room to the point of not being able to use your cheater-enhanced abilities against us. He chuckles under his breath and sits in the other chair with a coffee in hand. Oh, wow. I was so distracted that he made it by me to the kitchen and back, and I had no idea. Don't look so shocked, Tiny. This is our safe space. No one comes up here unless it's absolutely necessary. You can let your guard down. Unless you really don't want to be attacked by us. Another kiss on the cheek. Then I would keep a little of your guard up. Dakota sits on the arm of my chair. We need to get a couple more chairs in here. He looks around the space. We can just move to the living room, I start. No, you like this space, Biddy. The living room has the TV and a bunch of other distractions. You like the simplicity of this space, so we want to be here with you. Oliver kisses my other cheek but stays standing. So what's on the list of assignments today? Cam asks over his cup. The grimoire was here when I woke up. Not sure if it was here last night, but I don't think so. There were a couple new spells marked for me to learn. I wish there was some type of description of what the spell is for, or what it is supposed to do, though. especially when they look super complicated like this. I turn it towards Oliver, and he makes a face. I don't remember that one from before, and I flipped through the whole book. Maybe I missed something? He says it like a question, but we all know he most definitely did not miss anything. He doesn't miss anything. Well, let's treat it like information to know, but we won't do anything with it until we understand what it's for. At least Elena and Gentry are both here right now, and Elena is going to be here permanently, so that will be helpful. You can train regularly on your magic, and we can learn what the hell we are doing with these elements now that we all have them. I nod. We should go check in with everyone. I want to know how all of our warriors are and get a rundown of any other damage to the pack grounds that we might need to handle before the Rogue King comes our way, since we know he's coming, and anything we can put in place now to protect us. They nod to me. I also have one request. Cam looks at me like he's going to say something I don't like, and I clench my jaw, bracing for it. I don't want you to go down to see Mike. I inhaled sharply. That was going to be my next stop after they woke up. I want to confront him. I need to confront him. Hear me out, love. We didn't kill him because we need him to lure the Rogue King and this witch Adriel out. But I talked to Mateo, and other than the ramrod from Gina, he's taken every single punishment with a smugness. That tells us he's up to something. I trust Mateo's judgment. I trust Brett and Kyle on this. Something is off. It's like he's waiting, biding his time, and you are the only thing he has wanted. Until we can figure out his endgame, will you promise not to go down to the cells? Not even to use the gym. Being in the house is too close for my wolf, and I am barely holding on to control of him. I roll my eyes and scrub my face with my hands. How can I argue with a request like that, even though I want to so badly? I want my turn to beat the shit out of him, but I know if the situation was reversed and it was Kaylee in the room, smugly waiting for my mates, I would ask them not to go too. They just sit there waiting for my answer patiently. Even Dakota, who is only slightly more patient than Sam. I take a deep breath and run through every scenario in my head. Any way to get my turn now, but I can't find one. I roll my eyes at myself. They are my mates, and this isn't a hard request. Why am I being difficult? It's the first thing he has asked of me, and he actually asked. I take another deep breath and nod my head. Fine, for now, but I want my chance too. I deserve that much since I didn't get to do anything about Kaylee. He took that away from me too. That butch didn't deserve the easy way out either. My eyes are focused on the floor in front of me, and I can feel the tension in the room. If I tried, I could probably taste it on my tongue. It's so thick. Will you ever tell us the whole truth about that, Smalls? I know we don't deserve it, and now there really isn't anything we can do to make up for it, but I want to know anyway, when you're ready to tell us. Maybe. Someday. Right now, I just want to get through this Rogue King bullshit. I sigh. Well then, let's go see our team and get a game plan together. We all get up and head back to the bedroom to change. Speaking of our team, I was thinking about Sam's question last night. What question, Biddy? The Gamma question. I didn't think about it before, but everyone always thought about our connection as a Gamma to a Luna. But since we are mates and you are an Alpha now, we are in need of a Gamma. Even if you are an Alpha too? Dakota says, muffled through pulling on a shirt. For one thing, Gina and Mateo should not be forced to deal with all four of us. I laugh. And another thing, we want a Gamma line here. We don't know if the next female leader will be an Alpha or a Luna. We want to make sure we set up our pack for success for any scenario, now that we know there is more than one possibility. I was thinking about asking Lil to stay. She's a Delta from her pack, but she has always been my right hand with Elite Warrior missions. I also know her. Gina and I work well together. That has been tested time and time again as well. That is something else I would really like to hear about, Tiny. Your time with the Elite Warriors. You were gone for almost 2 years, and I want to know about you as a warrior outside of this pack. Cam smiles at me like he's seeing me for the first time. I was actually going to suggest Lil as well. Her and I were pretty much in agreement when it came to anything that had to do with you. Oliver plants a kiss on the top of my head. And that would give you a female team of your own, essentially. Gina is your beta, Lil would be your gamma, and Sierra is your delta. When and if Lil finds her mate, we will have our team rounded out too. Well then, let's go ask if Lillian wants to stick around our crazy-ass pack permanently. Dakota throws me over his shoulder, and I laugh as we head to the elevator. You do know I can walk, right? I feel like we've had this conversation before. Oh, I know, Smalls. But once you are in work mode, trying to touch you becomes increasingly more difficult, even though watching you work is probably the biggest turn-on ever. Now we're all laughing as we step in. Dakota does let me down in the elevator, though, so I can walk out of my own accord. What about Wyatt and Nathaniel? What about them? Cam asks. I don't want to lose them either. They have been a part of my team since the beginning, too. I actually assumed they were a part of the biddy package deal. If we got you, Lil and Gina, they would be like a special bonus. Oliver laughs at me. Really? I turn to look at all of them. Anything for you, love? Cam kisses me on the lips, then Oliver takes his turn. Not to be outdone, Dakota grabs me and dips me down before he kisses me. And of course, that's when the doors to the elevator open to everyone waiting for us. Well, that's a sight to see. Sierra laughs at us, and I can feel my cheeks flare with embarrassment. Of course, Dakota doesn't let me up right away either, reveling in my discomfort like a true pain in the ass. Get used to it, sweetness. This is your life now, and I will take every opportunity to put my hands on you, no matter who's in the vicinity. My eyes are wide in shock. You wouldn't dare? I say it like a question, 'cause he wouldn't possibly put me through that in front of pack members, would he? Try me. He growls in my ear. This time I put more force into him letting go of me. Okay, we need to talk about the game plan. I look right at Sierra, who is trying and failing to not laugh at me. Shut up, I grumble as we walk towards the offices. Did anyone get a chance to search the Alpha's office for anything that can harm us? Yep, and we found plenty. Someone was really after your parents, Wyatt said, walking past us. Elena and Gentry spent a lot of time here. They found the bundle in the desk, just like you talked about Midge. They also found some kind of crazy-ass totem behind the family picture that we think might have been Kaylee based on how sloppy it was put together. So they were clearly given directions on some things and went off the reservation on others. There was an extra barrier put on the windows and doors, too, more than likely to keep Midge out and away, but that clearly had no effect on her. As far as we know, it's clear. So Alpha Midge, let us know if your spidey senses go off. I laugh as we all file in and I look around the office. I haven't been in here since that day. It looks exactly the same, though. All dark panels and old wood, like a mid-century library with gold accents everywhere. All handles and pulls are a yellow gold-colored metal. Some small decorative statues and bookends are the same. We are going to have to do something about expanding this office with 4 of us. I don't want Smalls in another room. Dakota kisses me on the temple. There's a lot of things we will probably need to adjust about the pack house with our setup. Cam muses, firing up the computer. Okay, so first things first. The pentagram. Is there anything else we need to do to it? No, Alpha Cameron. The 4 of you displaced it, and Elena and I have been working to get things together to reset it once the fire pit is in our control. Gentry steps up from the back of the group. What do you mean in our control? I ask her. Since Kaylee and her father were assumed to have set the fire under orders, the control of the fire should have gone to the ones who set it free, which would be the 4 of you. Naturally, we thought that maybe our troubles stemmed from you being stuck in your vortex. But since you have returned, we still cannot work with or manipulate it in any way, meaning someone or something still has control over it or no one has control over it, and that is detrimental in either scenario. The fire is still trapped or bound to something. We need to release it before we can reset the pentagram to be beneficial for your pack. I know we just rebuilt the thing, but should we burn down the Cunningham's house for good measure? You know, just in case they have other voodoo stuff lying around. I mean, no one is going to want to live there after everything they did, so it's going to sit useless anyway. I stare at Nathaniel. He has never said so many words at once that didn't involve unintelligible code geek speak. Is there a way for the 2 of you and Biddy to do a controlled burn so it only affects the house, but actually incinerates everything? Oliver asks. That's a thought. We could help her with that, I'm sure. Along with the rest of you alphas. We also have the Rogue King to think of, and Adriel. Elena steps forward too. Our sources tell us differing lines of information, so either their followers have no real idea what they are up to, or, more likely, they have different agendas but need each other to get to you, Alpha Skylar. The Alpha thing is going to take some getting used to, I mumble. Everyone already calls you boss. What's the difference? Wyatt asks, and everyone in the room laughs. What are the different thoughts, Elena? Cam asks, not letting us get off track. The first is that the Rogue King thinks that he can absorb Skylar's powers by sacrificing her. A deafening growl shakes the entire room, and I'm sure the windows would have been broken had we not been in a reinforced room. I head straight to my guys, sit in Cam's lap, and grab Oliver and Dakota by the hands. Keeping contact with 3 of them when I only have 2 hands is going to teach me to get really creative. Breathe. We need to know this no matter how bad it sounds, because I can't imagine Adriel's want for me is going to be any better. I look back at my witch friends. No, it doesn't get any better, Alpha Skylar. She seems to want you to mate with Mike so he can absorb whatever extra abilities you will give to your mates, and she wants you to reproduce with him since he is half wolf, half witch. Gentry says softly. What? We all shout at the same time. She is Mike's mother, and we know his father is the Rogue King. We are still trying to understand their different agendas for you, but either way, they both want you to mate with Mike to make him more powerful and then utilize you to achieve their other goals. But she's marked by all of us. He can't claim her now. Dakota squeezes my hand. You haven't mated with her yet. You are all still vulnerable. She is still vulnerable. You missed the full moon. And that might have been by design, because we still don't have any idea how the vortex formed or why it kept you for so long, but I'm sure the full moon played a part. So, Alpha Skylar will need at least 2 of you with her at all times. Gentry looks around the room, and all of my friends lose a little color in their faces because they know how I feel about protection detail. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not sure who I'm trying to convince more, them or me. I'm not typically alone anyway. Don't make a big deal and I won't actively be a pain in the ass. I let go of Oliver and Dakota and rub my hands over my face. So, it still sounds like a lot of hurry up and wait. What can we do, right now, to be proactive? The Rogue King and his witch bride are coming for me. That's a given. Magic is going to be used against us, also a given. Mike is still being a cocky ass even though he's locked up and being tortured, so there is something else at play. What can we do? I look at everyone in the tiny office. I think we should move Mike. His presence here, so close to you, is not good for anyone. He thinks that he will survive this because of magic or whatever. He thinks that his mother will save him. He thinks that he will have you still. If he is here, it's a beacon straight to you. The deep, growly voice of my father comes from the back of the room and I just stare. We have a location on our eastern border. It is not something that is general knowledge, but it is something the former alphas had for particularly nasty prisoners that they didn't want in or near the pack house. It will place Mike the furthest from the mainland entrance and from the alphas. I just stare. I have no thoughts in my head at all. I heard my father's voice and saw him speak to me, but I still can't process the idea. Where the hell did this 180 come from? All it took was his second chance mate to treat me like a person? Or maybe it's because I am one of his alphas now, and his sense of duty and loyalty are still just ingrained in his job. What do you think, love? Cam pulls me out of my shock. What does your gut say? Keep him close or get him as far away as possible? I think that it would ease everyone's mind if he was gone. The pack house needs to be our safe space. I think I would like our warriors close when they aren't on duty, though. Can we fit all the warriors in the ranked housing? I don't want everyone scattered when they are off duty. With all the mind control stuff that Adriel is capable of from a distance, I want to know where everyone is all the time. I think that can be arranged. Ava and I will take on that organization. Brett raises his hand from near the door. We'll let you know if we come across any complications. Thank you, Dad. Oliver runs his hand up my arm. How are the people we collected from Robbie? Did we capture or keep any of the people that fought us that day? I try to move on quickly. My wolf is thrumming with the idea that Mike might still be able to take us from the guys, and I don't want an audience for that conversation, because if she gets angry enough, we may shift. The ones Robbie brought us are still at the school. Many of them have started helping with meal prep and organizing supplies for the warriors. They have been checked over thoroughly by both the healers and Gentry and Elena. They don't leave the school, but we have allowed them to use the playground and outdoor eating area to give them a small bit of freedom. Only time will tell where their loyalties lie. Kyle says from near the window. All of the fighters are being contained in the small fighting arena. We have temporary shelters set up for them, but we are still working through them with the healers. Many had injuries and all of them had the tracker implanted. They all seem very dazed and confused as they come out of whatever chemical control they had. We just don't know if there is any other magic going on. Anyone who died in the fight, we did a mass burn. I hope that released them back to the goddess. We did keep your pack members separate from the fighters that came with Mike so they could be celebrated. You only lost 3 warriors. Wyatt knew I needed our number. I always had a count. I don't know why it matters. But it does. I just nod my head. My wolf is getting agitated. Wyatt, can you help Daniel relocate Mike? Brett and Ava can work through organizing the warriors. Nathaniel, will you need anything else since we will be moving warriors away from the borders? He shakes his head. I don't think so. But let's put a pin in it until I can reassess. Kyle, keep working with the captured fighters. If they are anything like the people Robbie brought us, we might be able to offer them a home here after all of this is over with. It seems like these people are unwilling participants. I don't think we have seen the worst of their fighters. He nods at me. I have a couple more questions for Gentry and Elena, and then the rest of us can start to work on this fire situation. Wyatt, Nathaniel, and Lil, will you 3 stick around for a second and then you can go to your assignments? Sam, Mateo, Gina, and Sierra, we will meet you out back to discuss this fire thing in a few minutes. Cam finishes assigning tasks. Once everyone but my team has cleared out, I stand up from Cam's lap. This feels like such a big deal. Cam looks to Oliver, who starts talking, walking around the edge of the desk. We know how close you all are to Skylar, and our situation is beyond unusual, now that I am one of the alphas, being her mate. He rolls his eyes at his own comment. Not gonna lie, that sounds so pretentious. He rubs his hand over his face. He doesn't like talking about his own accomplishments, unless it's to compete with me. Our Gamma position is open. Lil, we have discussed it and would like you to fill that position, if you want it. You would round out our female leaders. Her eyes go wide and look at me. Are you serious? She breathes out. Of course we are. I know your contract is up at the end of the summer and I want you here with me. I look at her hoping she says yes. Oh, hell yes! She shouts and pushes past Oliver to jump on me. I have been trying to figure out how to talk you into letting me stay. She laughs, squeezing my neck and jumping. I'm so glad you were such a hard sell. Dakota laughs. And Nathaniel and Wyatt, you both obviously have a place here too. Sky's whole team means the world to her, and you guys have proven time and time again why. Our warrior team would be lucky to have you. I walk over and give them both hugs too. They are happy, but not trying to strangle me like Lil is. They each shake hands with my mates. All right, Alpha Midge, we'll see you outside. Wyatt follows Nathaniel, dragging Lil. We all turn to Elena and Gentry. So tell us more about mating with Skylar.